On our Friday night sports show, we head into Western Victoria for our 100.3 listeners, to those that support Kaniva-Leeor and Edenhope-Apsley. And earlier on, I spoke with Peter Weir, because Edenhope-Apsley have gone down to Harra in massive scoreline, 28-16 to the Roos over the Saints. The poor old Saints, 1-8.
Yeah, the leading goal kicker from the Saints won't have too many at this stage in the season. It's another game where they've really struggled to kick a goal. I think they got one in the first quarter and that was it for the day. And Harrow were pretty relentless and up forward with the two close boys playing well. They're always going to be hard to beat and were way too good for Edenhope on the day.
Yes, the close boys 7 and 5 with Harms and Burns also chiming in with 3. And it was Keeley, good player Keeley for Edenhope-Apsley, Walker who kicked their goal, the other Keeley boy, B. Keeley, and Langley, and the two Williams boys. It's a family affair down there, but just unfortunately they don't have the cattle maybe, or the sheep, depending on how you look at it in that relationship. But looking at the other matches, Kaniva-Leeor went down to Narrabri-Quantong, and Kaniva parted ways with their coach this week, 18-16 to the Bombers to 9-6.
Yeah, the second half would have been pleasing for Kaniva. I noted on the score that after half-time it was 5-6. And Hamish Bennett, as we said last week, is a real good young ruckman in the comp. And no doubt he got on top of the clearances in the second half. And I think if teams have got any chance of beating Narrabri-Quantong this year, they need to get on top in the centre. And obviously he started the way in the second half for that team to come back a little bit, but yeah, still Narrabri-Quantong had done the damage early and were too good.
Certainly were. I tell you what, McGee with 3 and Bushby with 3. Bruce booted 3 for Narrabri, and it was for Kaniva. Brian with 5. He's had a great season, and Bennett, Councillor, and Collis amongst it for them. All right, we have a look at Kaniva-Leeor and Edenhope-Apsley games. Firstly, Edenhope-Apsley take on the Swifts. The Swifts at North Park will be swift to give the Saints a bit of a pasting here, one would think.
Yeah, I think both teams have struggled to hit the scoreline very hard this season, so both teams will be looking for an opportunity to get their forwards in the game and actually kick a score, and that little bit of confidence could see Edenhope, respond quite quickly and maybe have a much better game, but you'd still have to pick stall down there at home. But both teams, will just be looking to get some ball through the big sticks and have something to celebrate after a few tough weeks for both teams.
Yeah, I tell you what, the tough weeks, Kaniva-Leeor have had a tough week. They take on Rapanya over at Pantherland. I don't reckon it's going to get any easier, unfortunately, for the Cougars.
No, definitely not. And they've lost the coach during the week, but now I think it's really up to the players. Like, it's easy when things are going a little bit tougher to look to shift the blame, but I think there's got to be a lot put on the playing group, and we'll find out a lot more about the Kaniva Footy Club in the second half of the year and how they respond after parting ways with their coach Ashley Grant this week.
So not great news for Edenhope-Apsley or Kaniva-Leeor at the moment in senior football, but certainly amongst the other grades have got a little bit more joy as you go down through it for both clubs. We'll keep you updated on that part of Horsham District football here on our Friday night sports show.